Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about kind of like the evolution of pranks, how it kind of lost its school, and kind of what it's kind of like become over the past recent years, which is harassment. So I'm a young Gen Z, so I guess I kind of like grew up with the internet. Not really. I grew up with like cable and just like how people in the 90s did. But I have been on the internet kind of like here and there, so I kind of seen like the evolution of pranks. So we've all put a prank before, right? Whether that's on family, friends, or just anybody, right? And usually it's just like a haha, I got you, you know what I mean? Kind of like April Fools. Like we all done like an April Fools prank before, and it usually doesn't harm anybody, right? So according to Cambridge Dictionary, a prank is a trick that is intended to be funny but not to cause harm or damage. So yeah, like I said, pranks are not supposed to hurt anybody, but in recent years it seems that prank has lost its playful and lighthearted meaning it once had. And I kind of blame this on like the rise of social media, because it kind of like set the bar of what a prank is supposed to be nowadays, which is basically just harassment and just like causing distress to people and just being a douchebag. So in the early 2000s, specifically 2010s, pranks kind of like hit its peak, especially on YouTube. We YouTubers like Vitaly TV. Remember Vitaly TV because I'm gonna get on him later on in the video. FouseyTube, Roman Atwood, and Jack Vale. They were kind of like the OG pranksters on YouTube. They kind of like started the trend of like wild pranks on YouTube, and some of them they kind of got like criticized because some of them their pranks were fake. Some of them, so it's like it was like an ongoing thing of like fake pranks on YouTube. That was kind of like the start of like where like people started faking things on the internet. And just for like fun, let's just like read you some of these like titles because they were really insane. Because I remember seeing a lot of these like back in the day because they would go like viral on like just the outer YouTube. Some of them would even end up on the news. That's how huge a lot of these YouTube pranks were, and they kind of like put YouTube on the map a little bit. This is like going down memory lane. So this is one for Roman Atwood. This is Grand Theft Auto prank. Another one was woman abused in front of cops pranks. Egging cars in the hood prank. Crazy fan Steve-O prank. He got arrested for that one. Bayphone in the hood prank. If you notice, a lot of these were like kind of like videos based in the hood because strangely that was kind of like a huge genre on YouTube at the time. It kind of still is here and there. It's like the comments on these videos were like literally some of the most like, racist. It was really hard being black back then, I'm not gonna lie. I never watched this one, but it's like, what? Selling energy drink? Like, do they think people in the hood don't have energy drinks? Yeah, so a lot of them like they would do pranks and like a lot of them would literally get like arrested for it. This is kind of like the start of like hypebeast content on the internet, which basically like gave birth to like people like Jake Paul, like Logan Paul. So you guys already saw a lot of the prank titles, and you guys can kind of see like how it was back then. The problem with prank channels at the time wasn't necessarily their content, because like I said, a lot of people kind of like just like saw these videos that just like fake and stuff, which a lot of them definitely were fake.
When they taught me how to fake pranks, so when I got invited into the inner circle at that time, and I was like, wait, y'all all fake your pranks? And they said, yeah. They taught me the method, which was posting a post on Craigslist, getting 20 random people to come, giving them $30 a pop.
And so that's interesting though that you faked it from the very beginning, because I don't think you knew at the time that everyone else was faking it, right?
My persona as Fousey was so much different as to who Yusuf is. But Yusuf like would never go up to a person, take his food like I've done in some pranks, eat it, and get punched in the face. So I faked it, not for like I'm not gonna get the reaction I want, but I don't even have the confidence to go out and do those things.
Because like, except for the ones where they got arrested, I guess those are real. Other than that, a lot of people just like didn't really believe a lot of these videos. But a lot of them definitely got like a lot of backlash, and like they got into like the news and stuff, which is kind of crazy. Like YouTube at the time being on the news, because this was, you guys remember, this was like 2010. YouTube was still in its like early stages. While their content kind of like, I guess like the nature of their content kind of was like a problem, I feel like it wasn't really about that specifically. It was just about like having to outdo their last video, because prank channels, they rely heavy on shock value, and you kind of have to like outdo your last video to get a more higher view. So because of this, a lot of them kind of made fake videos. I do believe that at first a lot of prank channels, even now a lot of prank channels, they do start off as genuine, like they genuinely prank people with genuine reactions, but eventually it's like you can only prank someone so much times where it's like they're gonna catch on and be like, oh, is this a prank too? So that's why a lot of them, they start to fake videos, because it's no way, especially as like couples prank channels, because it's no way you get pranked every day of the week and then it's like you're never like suspicious. You always have a reaction to the prank, right? Because if someone was like constantly pulling a prank on me, I would kind of be like suspicious, like, oh, is this a prank too? Because it's like, it was almost like The Boy Who Cried Wolf. Prank channels always kind of like seem very insincere to me. I just never really like tuned in. So after 2010, 2012, 2013, I feel like pranks kind of like hit its low around like 2015, because nobody was really doing like pranks for real. Or no, maybe 2014, yeah, because I didn't really like remember any like major like prank that like happened in 2014. 2014, 2015 pranks kind of died down. 2016 as well. So it's like it was kind of quiet in like the prank area. Those channels I mentioned, Roman Atwood and stuff like that, they all kind of like died down. And that's why prank channels are not lucrative, because they rely so heavily on shock value. A lot of them, they go up, and as soon as they go up, they go down, because people can only be shocked for so long before they get tired and move on to the next big thing. Pranks aren't really like a longevity content. Like, they're not like they don't have a shelf life. Like, I feel like it's like one of those things that people gather around for like a moment and they're so shocked for like a moment, and then they move on to the next video. So after 2015, 2016, we didn't hear much about pranks until 2017. 2017 was a very interesting time on YouTube. It was kind of like the edgy era of YouTube, where a lot of YouTubers, big YouTubers at that, were openly racist. They would say slurs. And honestly, I credit that era of YouTube to be why a lot of Gen Z are so like openly racist, why racism is so normalized. We had big YouTubers like PewDiePie, iDubbbz, Leafy is Here. Do you guys remember Leafy is Here before he got banned off the internet? And Filthy Frank, which is now Joji. And that kind of normalized people just being like douchebags on the internet. It was literally hard being a POC, especially a black person on the internet around that time. Gen Z grew up watching Leafy is Here, and here we are. And I'm gonna touch back on this era later on in the video and why it kind of like contributed to pranks, how pranks kind of evolved to what they are now. And just because pranks kind of died down in 2016 doesn't really mean that they were wild, because if you guys remember the Killing My Best Friend prank by Sam Pepper, that video was arguably one of like the most controversial prank videos on the internet period, because the emotions were actually real. That prank was kind of crazy. I saw it.
So after doing more research on the Sam Pepper prank, both Sam and Kobe have admitted that that prank was fake, the crying was fake, the emotions were fake. So there's my correction on that.
Kill prank. Sam Pepper. I remember seeing that at the time and thinking, like, this is crazy.
The story was basically we were very small on social media. We were walking around the promenade and we saw Sam Pepper.
And we're like, let's do a prank.
We were kind of confused why he wanted to collab with us, because we had like 200K or something like that. But he had like 2.2 million. So it was like 2 million more than us. And we didn't realize that he had a little bit of controversy like surrounding his name. And that's why he was so stoked to just have somebody excited to film with him. We got on brainstorm calls of like, how can we make the most viral prank ever? And we were just throwing out the craziest, most radical ideas.
And then he was like, so why do people like you? And we're like, well, pretty much everyone follows us just for our friendship. He's like, okay, well, the worst thing that could possibly happen to a friendship. Someone dying in front of your eyes.
And you guys like, yeah. We're like,
that's good.
Can I ask you a serious question? Okay, what's up? But I don't know if I should ask this. What? Do you remember what we were talking about a couple days ago?
Alcatraz.
No, the other thing.
What? We talk about a lot of things.
Should I just say it?
What?
We were talking about the Sam Pepper thing. Oh, is that real? Wait, what's Sam? Can you tell us now? Can you tell the internet?
Dude, that was not real at all.
Oh, it's debunked.
Damn, I thought he did.
Dude, no. Sam Pepper was
we
like,
were just talking about
let me do a crazy prank, and we were literally like had like 50,000 subscribers. We're like, I'll do anything for this big YouTuber 10 years ago. And
your acting was pretty. Yo, you sold the fuck out of it.
Thank you.
That prank was crazy. That was in like 2014. But the only difference was back then in like 2014, 2013, 2010, 2012. The pranks were like the ones that are like really controversial. They will only happen once in a full moon. So that's the only difference between back then and like post 2017. One of the most infamous case of this is a prank channel, a family prank channel, or just a family channel in general, was called Daddy05. It was a family channel run by Mark Martin and his wife Heather Martin. The channel was based on pranking Mike's children, Cody and Emma. While it was a prank channel pranking both of the kids, it seemed that Cody was a lot more reactive to the pranks. He would give more of the reaction that a lot of pranksters want, which is fear. So they would prank him more than his sister Emma, because he was more sensitive, while Emma was like a little bit like more like nonchalant. She wouldn't really like give the reaction that they wanted. But this channel wouldn't really last too long, because one day they decided to pull a prank on Cody. It was the invisible ink prank. In this prank, Heather, his stepmom, decided to pour invisible ink on the floor, which is basically like an ink, or like it's basically what it sounds like. You pour it, it looks like ink, but then after like a few minutes it dries up. So after she did that, she decided decided to call Cody, and basically her and Mike were just like streaming this boy's face. And since he's so sensitive, because mind you, he was like 9 years old, he was literally having a panic attack. And even when they told him that it's just a prank, bro, he was visibly shaking. This prank got a lot of backlash. Like, I even remember this specifically. A lot of commentary videos were really talking about this, and it was to the point where CPS literally got involved. Like, can you imagine CPS getting involved because you decided to pull a prank for views? After CPS were called, Emma and Cody were moved from their household and placed with their biological mother, because Heather isn't actually their biological mother, that's their stepmom. So after they got placed with their biological mother, Heather and Mike got charged with child neglect and got 5 years of probation.
Story of a family who may have taken their pursuit of social media fame and fortune too far. The parents behind the popular YouTube channel Daddy05 say they thought they were playing innocent pranks on their children, but instead they're sparking outrage and accusations of abuse. Now they are telling their side of the story to ABC's TJ Holmes.
I am ashamed. It started out as family fun. It started with me and my kids, but then it was just about making a video and then making the next video more crazier than the next.
They would get excited when they would get a lot of views, and it was more for shock value.
What they also got was backlash from fellow video bloggers.
I am personally concerned for these kids.
It is not okay to treat children like this and just call it a prank, right?
Many use the hashtag Help Cody and Emma. Now, law enforcement is stepping in. Cody and his 11-year-old sister Emma were both removed from the home and at least temporarily placed with their biological mother, Rose Hall.
Emma and Cody are with me. I have emergency custody.
Child Protective Services and the Frederick County Sheriff's Office are investigating the Martin household, but declined to comment to ABC.
We were all enjoying it. Everyone have confidence from this. Everybody was so happy to be a YouTuber and to be making these videos. Everything clouded my judgment. I was able to do so many things for my family because of this YouTube channel. We were able to give the kids a college fund. We were able to move out of a neighborhood with crime. I ended up destroying my family, thinking that I was helping my family.
You all were initially defensive before you were apologetic. Why?
Because the kids love the YouTube channel, so they kind of felt like they were being attacked, and then we felt defensive as parents. We did do pranks, but most of the time the kids knew about them. They were planned. Some stuff is real, some stuff was acted out, scripted.
You're not suggesting that your kids and the crying and the sobbing and that emotion we see was not real, are you?
Not every single time. Some of it was acted. Some of it was.
Rose says she was stunned by the videos.
He's abusing my kids, hurting my kids, making them feel bad about themselves.
Was this scripted when there was supposed to be someone, an intruder in the house?
It was 100% scripted.
Fake.
The characters that you see on our YouTube channel is not a reflection of who we are. It's not. It's a character. It was a show. A bad show, but it was a show.
Is that a show that children should not be involved in?
They shouldn't.
The Martins pulled all of their videos and replaced them with this tearful apology.
We're the parents, and we should have made better decisions.
You got dads out there that are lawyers, and I'm not no lawyer. You got dads out there that are doctors. I can't do that. I felt like I'm not being the dad that they deserve. I'm no hero to them. But then starting YouTube and seeing how happy these kids get when they get these views.
I'm a dad, and it hurt my gut to hear you say what you just said. Do you really think your kids, you weren't a hero to your kids before this?
I didn't feel like it. I swear to God, I didn't feel like it.
We love our kids. They're the most important thing in the world to us. We do everything for them. Our whole world revolves around our kids. And we made poor parenting choices by portraying ourselves this way, but we are not bad people.
They're doing better. It's going to take a long time to get them back on track. I want them to be happy. I want them to feel safe.
For Nightline, I'm TJ Holmes in Frederick, Maryland.
It's even worse at this point. Can you imagine getting charge, like a literal charge because of a prank. So it kind of like 2017 be like a wild year. A lot of viewers got bold. So what they would do is like, it's a thing called swatting. What the viewers would do is they would do this specifically to streamers, and they would do this while they're live streaming as well, which is so evil. So they would basically find their streamers' address where they live, because most of like YouTubers and streamers' addresses, you can just search up on the internet. They will find your address and they will call the cops and they're like, hey, like there's a bomb in this person's house, you have to go search it. And so what the cops would do is they will go to this person's house because, you know, it's a threat. They will go to these streamers' houses, they will raid their houses on live. And people found that funny. And it's kind of weird to me because while they do these raids, they're really held at gunpoint. So it's like, how do you guys find that funny?
Uh-oh, this isn't good. They're clearing rooms. What in the world? I think we're getting swatted. I think we're getting swatted. What in the world?
Put your hands up! Put your hands up! Get on the ground! There's one in the corner. Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back! Put your hands behind your back. Do it now. Don't you fuck. You hear me, boy? Yeah. David, we got one in custody.
All right.
Yeah. Hello? I'm coming out, coming out, coming out. Hello? What is going on? Yes. What? Hands up, hands up. Walk out. Anybody else in there? No, no.
Hello?
What happened?
Keep your hands right there. Somebody come and break. Right there. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. On the ground. Put your hands behind your back. Move your hand, move your hand. Stay down, man. You're cool, you're cool, alright? Alright. Anybody else in here? My sister, my dad. Okay.
But like I said, this is like the edgy era of YouTube, right? Where a lot of people, they wanted to be, I mean, like, you know, edgy and stuff. And what happened to literally every streamer? Like, I think every streamer around that time got swatted. Like, every streamer got swatted. This is how huge it was at the time. And again, I chalk it up to just kids being influenced by the edgy era of YouTube. You know, their favorite YouTubers were like edgy, so they want to be edgy. And that edgy era of YouTube is literally what caused the apocalypse. So now we're kind of moving on to modern time. So after 2017, 2018, pranks completely died down. Like, pranks completely died down. They weren't really, yeah. I didn't hear anything about any pranks in 2018, not gonna lie. Vlogs took over in 2018, 2019. So we weren't really seeing a lot of pranks. People like vlogs more. That's when like being relatable was like the trend. But unfortunately, in 2020, it started up again. So in 2020, the Stokes twins, Alan and Alex, they staged a robbery. Yes, you heard that right. They staged a robbery. So they basically pretended to rob a bank. And when I first heard this, I was kind of just like, why? Like, I was kind of confused because they've always been like pretty much like famous since like 2015, I'm pretty sure. So it was like, and their content was never like about pranks. It was just about them being like twins. So I was just like, why do you guys feel like you need to like do this? And they were doing pretty decent. Like, their numbers on YouTube were doing pretty decent. I just don't understand. But like I said, you know, shock value brings in the money. They decided to do this prank where they basically pretended to rob a bank. So what they did was they dressed up in all black. They wore ski masks and they were carrying around a duffel bag of fake cash, and they were running around basically acting like they just robbed a bank. But what made this prank really messed up is the fact that typically when you do robberies, you have like a getaway driver. They ordered an Uber and they tried to act like he was like their getaway driver, and the man, he saw them like with the ski mask. He was like, wait, did you guys just rob a bank? He kicked them out of the Uber and he was just like, nah, I don't want to be like a part of that, because he didn't know that it was a prank. A bystander saw that and they called the cops and they were like, hey, this Uber driver, like the getaway driver for these robbers, because nobody knew that they were filming a prank. The police was called and the Uber driver was held at gunpoint. They did catch up to the Stokes twins. They told them like, hey guys, like, what you guys are doing, it's against the law. And they didn't charge them, which is crazy to me. So they let them go.
Uber for Alan?
Yes.
our getaway driver just bailed on us. So
is it what is it? What is this?
Oh, we're going to like a costume party.
Sure.
Yeah. Could you step on it, like step on the gas?
Just be here. Not fun. Okay, can I just take this right? Just get out of my car, please.
Actually?
Yeah. Wait.
No, we're gonna get caught. Yeah, we can't do. Oh man, this isn't good.
Go.
Like, do you think if we, you know what I'm talking about? Hey.
Hey, what's going on? You guys just get out of an Uber a minute ago? You're videotaping stuff?
Yeah, we
come over here. Close the door. A public prank that gets
So we
about
do, like-
15 police officers in the area hauling butt over here because you guys are pulling up masks.
So I called the emergency, non-emergency number about like, I think the other day to let them know this was on Saturday, and I told them that we'll be filming Saturday and on Wednesday as well.
This is what's going to get someone potentially gun stuck or someone hurt. We had people stopping in the middle of the street because they're watching this. Guys pulling up ski masks, throwing stuff on the ground, changing clothes.
So we actually stepped it up and like pushed our it worked. Yeah. And I just didn't expect this to actually happen because like most time people are just always laughing because
They're friends, so they can usually tell right away.
But then like I guess the ski mask is kind of like made.
Dude, think about what's going on nowadays. Think about it, man. You've got to be smarter than that, man. You know better. Like I said, I want you guys to be creative and do what you want to do, but you've got to be smarter than this. What do you think people are going to do? Right? And you're lucky you didn't get any guns drawn at you. You're absolutely lucky you didn't get any guns drawn at you. Right? So just be careful. Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
You rent a facility, you rent a wide open parking lot, you set it up, where everything's blocked off and cordoned off. Everybody in that scene knows you're doing this. You do your thing. Nobody gets called because it's in a closed, controlled environment. You're not going to have public people walking by going, what the hell? 911, we got guys in ski masks. What the heck? You got your Uber driver pulled over too, and he's freaking out.
I just assumed you knew because I was laughing.
So don't forget, like now you got your Uber driver. Thank you guys. Thank you for your cooperation.
And you'll probably think, okay, like, you know what I mean, like, let's wrap this up, let's go home, like, you know what I mean, we got arrested, you know what I mean? But no, you guys, guess what they did next? They pulled the prank again, except this time at a university. It's like some people just don't deserve second chances. So they did this at the same thing they did at a university. They're, you know, the duffel bags, the ski masks, the black clothing. They're running around the university acting like they just robbed a bank. And they did it on the same day too. So it's not like, oh, it's a different day. They did it on the same day. They got stopped and almost arrested. So after they did their prank, which nobody cared in the video, like, it's actually pretty funny. So after they kind of like did that whole little like segment, they kind of closed up to some of the students. They're kind of like, they were really talking about like the day, because like I said, they did the prank again in the same day. They were talking about their day, they put the prank recently earlier, and like they almost got caught. And they were laughing about like how the Uber driver got held at gunpoint. That's so disgusting, because the man was literally just doing his job, trying to feed his family. They filmed all their conversation with them.
Yeah, so.
What, Alex? Before they actually called the police like they did earlier, oh my gosh. Okay.
Yeah, no, we've had the police calling us like all day. So like,
yeah, we're twins, so that's why you guys.
Yeah, so like, I know, and like, no. So like, there was an Uber. I called an Uber driver, right, and we both got in the car. And then the like people like saw us get in the car with like the ski mask and everything on. And then the Uber driver kicked us out of the car. 1 minute later, there were like 10 cop cars that pulled out like guns on him. Like they were like rifles. They thought he was a getaway driver, so he had like 15 guns like put on. He's like, I'm not even a part of this. So like, yeah, poor guy. So.
Of course, you know, when they posted it, it went viral a little bit, and then the police who arrested them earlier, they saw it and then they got arrested. They actually got arrested, and they got charged. They got charged with false imprisonment, which is a felony, and false reporting of an emergency. They ended up accepting the plea deal to avoid jail time. Their sentence was 160 hours of community service, 1-year probation, an apology to the Uber driver and the police, and obvious not to do the prank again. Yeah, so after that, things kind of like went quiet. We were kind of quiet until 2022. In 2022, a YouTube couple called Saucy and Honey were charged with trespassing and conspiracy while filming an overnight Target video. Overnight videos at in-store store were really popular in 2016 to 2018. I will admit, I used to watch those videos. I'm not gonna lie, they were very entertaining. But of course, in 2018, of course, they were entertaining. That's pretty interesting to me because that kind of like genre of YouTube videos kind of like died down in like 2019. Like the last time I watched those type of videos was like 2019. There might be a new trend. I'm not really sure. I haven't really checked in with that type of content because that's the content I used to watch when I was a kid. Keyword kid. And basically why they got arrested wasn't really because of like the overnight part. It kind of was. So why they got arrested was actually because they literally got caught faking their video. Don't get me wrong, they were definitely trespassing, but it was mostly because they were faking their video. So let me explain. So they went to Target right before like Target closes around like midnight. So they went in there, they filmed their segment like, oh guys, we're in Target, it's about to close down. They stayed in there till Target actually closed down. They stayed there for like a few, they recorded around because those types of videos you have to like record around. But they didn't actually stay overnight. They actually left through an exit, and the door, it made an alarm and sent it to the people at Target. So it's like, that's kind of like code for an intruder. They thought an intruder entered. So they went home around like 3 a.m. and then they came back, and then they came back in the morning to finish off the other part of the video. They posted the video.
About to close, you guys. We're about to spend the night in Target.
A YouTube couple is in hot water over this video in which they claim to have spent the night in a Pennsylvania Target.
You guys, do not attempt what we attempt at home. We are entertainers.
They shouldn't have attempted it either because West Whiteland police saw the video and arrested Johnson LaRose and Charlotte Fisher, known by their 18,000 YouTube subscribers as Saucy and Honey, for criminal trespassing and conspiracy. Surveillance video from inside the store shows them wandering around various sections while recording video of themselves. While LaRose and Fisher told viewers that they spent the night in Target, police say they left through an emergency exit around 3 a.m. and tripped the alarm. But the couple returned to the store when it opened to the public to resume recording their video. The couple was released on a $25,000 unsecured bond, and they're due back in court March 24th. Fisher told a reporter outside of court that she has no regrets, that they were living their life and having fun. But the couple said they would not be doing another stunt like this again.
So the video was actually seen by people at Target, and they're like, oh, so you guys were the one, because they had the surveillance footage of like them leaving, but they couldn't really identify who they were. They instantly got charged because that's actually trespassing. So like I said, they got charged with trespassing and conspiracy. The trial is still ongoing. They haven't got sentenced yet, so I'm just gonna say allegedly. So they haven't gone to trial yet, but I'm sure they will get a slap on the wrist because at the end of the day, it's America. Also, it's not like they like stole anything or committed vandalism, so I'm pretty sure they'll get off for like community service and a fine, like the Stokes twins, because the Stokes twins actually did way worse than they did, and they got off really easy. After 2022, streamers are the ones who are now getting arrested for pranks, because after 2022, that's when streaming really rose up. Streaming was on the rise a long time on the internet, since like the 2010s, but it really blew up after like people like iqueenethyt, iShowSpeed blew up, Agent Ross, you know what I mean, stuff like that. And a trend that currently goes on is pranks on streams, because streaming constantly have to entertain the viewers so they don't click off. So a lot of them do pranks, like basically just harassing people in public, because a lot of them are IRL streamers, which means in real life streamers, so they're literally like streaming their real life. So obviously everybody's, I'm pretty sure like the average person's real life is kind of boring, so that's why they do like these like pranks, which usually just harassing people to like spice up their life more, because it's not like they're on like iqueenethyt level where they're in like, or iShowSpeed where they're constantly traveling around the world where it's like they can make content out of that. They can't really do that, so they have to resort to harassing people for views. 2023, Johnny Somali, who was a Kick IRL streamer, and Kick, okay, so I just want to like say like the difference real quick, because you're gonna hear Kick a lot. Kick and Rumble are kind of like the edgier version of Twitch. Twitch is like very, they have a lot of guidelines, very strict guidelines of what you can say, what you can't say. You can't really curse on there, you can't really do a lot of things on there. Where Kick and Rumble, it's like It's like basically like the bad kids club, and Kick is like the gated community. So a lot of them go to Kick and Rumble. They need to air out their grievances, and they can't really get banned like on Twitch. Like Twitch, you can literally do the smallest thing, you get banned. So Johnny Smiley, he's a Kick live streamer who basically live streams himself, basically harassing people. In my opinion, he was kind of like the one who repopularized, like kind of like what Vitaly, Roman Atwood popularized in the early 2010s, which is basically just harassing people. Heck, even Vitaly, he had like a series on YouTube called Terrorizing the Peace, which we'll get into that later on, because that's basically what caused his downfall, the fact that he couldn't let go of 2010. So he's from the US. He basically started off harassing and trolling people in the States, but then he went international with it, and he went to like Asian countries, Africa, and he started doing that there. But he mostly did it in Asian countries such as Japan and Korea, which is just so stupid to me, because y'all have to like stop assuming that just because you do things in America, it's gonna slide in other countries, because the other countries are a lot more respectful of their culture. So it's like you going there harassing them, and it's like being American, like the American card doesn't work anymore. This isn't like the 90s where it's like you're gonna get let off just because you're American. Like no, they will hold you accountable. Like especially since you're like a streamer or like you're popular, they're gonna use it as an example. So I just don't understand why people go to other countries, they act a fool, and they're so surprised, they get shocked, because other countries, they have different rules than the US. So basically he would go to Japan, basically doing the same thing he was doing in the US, basically just like he would make racist remarks at the locals, he would joke about having a bomb while on the train, he was harassing workers, filming in places he wasn't supposed to be in, disrespecting monumental statues.
Oh hi, how are you? Can I have one? No for black. Why? You don't want to give it to a black person. No, you can keep it. You know what? I don't want this. No, you take it. Whatever you do. Yo, I asked her to hand it to me. She said no. Okay, you keep it then. What the? Hey, what was that about? I was like, can I have one? She said no. And then you hand it to the Korean lady. Psycho passing Andy. Okay, I'm psycho, nigga. Oh. Psycho. Keep moving, nigga.
That's crazy. Oh. He put a Turon Spidey.
So what do you want to talk about? Swing or not? Like, gonna come up to me, bro, why are you being racist to other people in other countries? For money, for clout. I've said it many times. I don't give a f. I have no morals. I'm a sociopath. I don't give a f. Put this in your next YouTube documentary. I don't give a f.
Which was kind of like the last straw for the people there. Like I said, he went international with it. He was doing this in Asia, Middle East. It got to the point where a lot of the people in those countries, specifically Korea, they would really get tired of him, and they would really start harassing him back. So basically, it's like every time they see him, they would call the cops, and they were even like, he was really getting like beat up.
I don't understand what it's saying. Don't listen to these people. It's so packed in this goddamn town. Oh no, police are here, goddamn. Police are already here, goddamn. Police are already here, guys. I gotta turn down a little bit. Oh, how you doing? Hello? Oh? No streaming? Africa TV? Africa TV? No Africa TV? Okay, next stop I go. Taxi, I take taxi. No problem, sorry guys. Police! Why? Why? Can you translate? No English. Why? Yeah, drive away, Nick. Oh my god, they stopping again. For what? Just for carrying a fish? What's the crime? What I do? Put it down. I cooking. Put the fish down. I listen. I'll put the fish down. The fish is down. Oh, again? The fish is down. I'm cooking my house. I go my house, I'm cooking. Huh? Ingredient for cooking. Why are they chasing me for cooking? I'm cooking fish in my house. Why you come to me?
이거를 사람한테 막 이렇게 흔들고 너 먹을래 하고 욕하고 그랬대. 그게 지금 우리
What do you say? Translate.
이거는 합법은 아니니까.
What's wrong with my fish? I'm cooking. I'm a chef.
You put that the fish to other people.
Never. Where's the proof?
Some people sold it.
Okay, I never did nothing. I'm bringing fish to my house to go cook.
Okay. You're just walking, carrying meat.
I'm trying to cook my ingredients to go cooking. I'm cooking. Chef.
Trust me, Johnny's.
Have a great night.
Go to Johnny's stream. We're gonna have a good time. Whoa!
I got f***ed you in a fight. I don't care. I'm live tonight. I'm not going off live tonight. Look, you snuck me, whatever. I'll put a band-aid on my shit. I've been f***ed up worse. Is that me?
Yeah, this you?
No.
You sure?
It's me. Yeah, what's up?
I got a problem with you, bro.
Yeah.
I'm a troll.
My wife is Japanese.
Okay.
You go over there insulting people like that. You know how many people from Hiroshima joking about that?
I know.
So why
I
are you joking about the
apologize.
people?
I was drunk. I was drunk. I know.
Family suffered. People suffered because of that. You're on the train harassing people like that?
I was drunk.
Don't do it again, bro.
I haven't done it again since.
I've seen how people in Tokyo whoop your ass. You're lucky I don't do the same, bro.
Is that a threat?
It is, yeah. Because you go out harassing people like that, innocent people who didn't do anything. Japanese people are some of the most polite people.
I was
Japanese
drunk
people are
when it
the
happened. I
most
apologize.
polite people I ever met in my life.
Okay.
And you're on the with them like that for what, bro? For a little bit of clout? It's pathetic. Come on, man.
It's kind of hard for me to feel bad for him because it's like you literally got so many signs and warnings, and of course, as they say, ego comes before destruction. So he kept staying and kept harassing them until before law enforcement literally had enough of him and he got arrested in Japan, where he is potentially facing up to 25 years, and he hasn't really gone to trial. There's not really much updates about like the trial. The case is still ongoing, so yeah, good luck to him, I guess. Because being locked up in a country you're not from gotta be like the scariest thing ever. So now we're gonna move on to the end of 2024 / the beginning of 2025. So at the end of 2024 / the beginning of 2025, a YouTuber named Wolfie, he got arrested for spraying pesticides in grocery stores, like the actual like items like fruits, vegetables. So let's get into it. So he's 27, which is kind of crazy to me because you're 27 and you're doing this type of content. But basically his content is basically like Johnny Smalley, except he's a TikToker, so his are more short form content. Some examples of his content are him going to Jack in the Box. He bought a bag of ice and poured it in the deep fryer, which can actually cause a fire. Another situation where he threw cake on people in the mall on a balcony, and I actually saw that video. I saw that video on my For You page. It was really viral. It was getting reposted like everywhere. I know like he getting a lot of followers from that because even I saw it, and I didn't really take that video really seriously. I thought that was just like his friends or something, because like I said, I don't really take things on the internet to be real. I just don't take things on the internet to be real. So especially things that are supposed to cause shock value. Most of them are 9 out of 10 fake, honestly. Nothing on the internet is even real anymore. Nothing on the internet is even real anymore. Even influencers on the internet aren't even real anymore. AKA go watch my video on like AI influencers. Quick plug-in, you know, I have to self-promote. Self-promotion is the best promotion. So yeah, go watch that video on basically how AI is gonna take over social media influencers. So another thing he did was he locked people inside of a Goodwill store with a bungee cord, which isn't that kidnapping? So yeah, but anyway, so that's kind of like what his content is, basically like TikTok version of Johnny Somali. And to be honest, I don't know like people who still watch this kind of content. It's gotta be like little kids, because people like me, I grew up kind of seeing this type of content on the internet, and I'm kind of like grown up now. Like, I'm not like old or anything, but like, you know what I mean? Where it's like, I don't watch the same thing I used to watch when I was a kid. So things like this now, I just look at them as just corny. So it has to be like Gen Alpha or something, because like, I don't know anyone in Gen Z who still watches these type of videos. Like, some of them watch Kaisnet and stuff, but like, just like content like this where just like harassing, like, who's watching this? Like, I don't know, like, that's kind of weird to me. Like, if you're like older than like 12 and you're still watching this type of content, this is what like brings you joy, that's kind of concerning to me. And that's coming from someone who used to watch overnight Target videos. But apparently him doing his videos, he was making really good money off this. He was making around 6K to 10K every month from these videos, which he's a TikToker, and TikTok doesn't really pay that much, so I find it very hard to believe. But again, I don't know, I'm not pocket watching, I don't know what he got in his bank account, so I'm just take his word for it. So of course, you know, when you're getting that type of money, of course you're gonna keep doing what gives you money, which is, yeah, what his content. So pretty much him doing his pranks, he was kind of like untouched for like a while. He kept doing these pranks because he didn't really get like cops called him or anything, so he kind of just kept going on with this type of content until one day he decided to go to Walmart, and he brought with him pesticides, and he decided to go to like the fruit section and the vegetable section, and he basically sprayed the pesticide. Yes, he sprayed pesticides on the fruits and vegetables. He sprayed the bananas, the yams, apples, tomatoes, and even rotisserie chicken too. Like, damn. Then in the video he leaves and like he posted the video. And that video was really bad for him because he got a lot of backlash for it. Even his own fans were even like, yeah, like this isn't right, like yeah. Yeah. So then he deleted the video, but of course it was too late. Everybody already saved the video because the internet is forever. So people already screen recorded it, saved it. So then he deleted the video and he tried to backtrack. So then after deleting the video, he tried to backtrack and then he went back and filmed him like he basically was like showed with another video of him paying for it. But the damage was already done. Police saw the video, he got arrested. He got arrested with introducing poison because pesticide is poison, so that's a felony. Yikes. Criminal damage and endangerment. After this, TikTok deleted his account, but his Instagram is still up, which doesn't really surprise me. Let's move on to the current year, which is 2025. And this was very huge news because Vitaly, yes, the same Vitaly I was talking about, like the OG pranksters back in like the 2010s, yes. He got arrested in the Philippines. He got arrested in the Philippines for basically what he's been doing for 10 years, basically pranks. So like I said, Vitaly was like one of the OG YouTube pranksters. He even hung out with Justin Bieber at a certain point in time, which kind of just shows how famous he really was at that time.
Justin Bieber got asked, who's your favorite YouTuber? He says Vitaly. I get a call. He invited me to his penthouse after Floyd Mayweather fight, and I'm out of my mind, drunk. I'm like, all right, fuck it, I gotta go. As soon as I walk in, he grabs my hand like this. He's like, Vitaly, follow me. And he snatches me and brings me to his bedroom and locks the door. His security's like, are you okay? Are you okay? He's like, give me a minute. He's telling me how every time before the show, he watched my videos in the bus, and I'm so starstruck. So while he's talking to me, my jaw's going crazy from whatever I was on. So I'm looking like this. I'm like, thanks, bro. Thanks. I leave his penthouse and he follows me on Twitter. And hearing that from Justin Bieber, the #1 superstar in the world, he watches my videos and like, I'm just talking about it now. I have goosebumps. Awesome. Super nice guy. Justin Bieber said I'm his favorite YouTuber.
Oh, that's fire.
And I started because of him, because he got discovered on the guitar and I always wanted to be an actor. So I was like, let me do this.
Oh, that's cool.
And then, yeah, and then he invited me in his Vegas into his party, bro, after a Floyd Mayweather fight. And as soon as I walked into his party, he goes, Vitaly? He grabs me by the hand. This is a real story, guys, like this, not like this.
Yeah.
Pulls me into the room, locks me, and his bodyguard's like, are you okay? Are you okay? He's like, yeah, give me a second. I'm so yanked out. I'm like, what is happening? We're talking like this. He's telling me how much he loved my videos. He watched everything. This is me. Thank you, bro. Thank you so much, man. Yeah, he's like, your videos relax me. Before I play a show on tour, I'm in the tour bus, I always watch your videos, bro. Yeah, that was crazy.
That's cool.
And seeing if I was sober, I could have looked him in the eyes and thanked him. I was so starstruck. That was the craziest moment. But I saw him again at the gym. We talked. He gave me his number, and that's it. But live stream with Justin Bieber would be dope.
That'd be cool.
So you're probably wondering, what did he do to get arrested? He got arrested for the same thing Johnny Somali was doing, but this time he got arrested in the Philippines. But this really isn't really surprising to me because Vitaly has a long history of getting arrested for pranks that he would do many times. So let me just read you guys some of the pranks he got arrested for. So in 2012, he pulled a bomb and suitcase prank, which he got arrested for, but he eventually got released. 2014, he runs on the field during FIFA World Cup and got arrested for that. 2016, he climbs on the Hollywood sign, he got arrested. Also in 2016, he runs on the court during NBA Finals. 2017, he runs on the field during the World Series. 2020, he climbs to the top of one of the pyramids in Egypt. And in 2020, in Miami, he was high on shrooms and severely beat a woman who was jogging. So we've all seen a pattern here. He does a stupid prank, except the last one wasn't really a prank because he was high off his mind. So, but there's also another pattern where he does stuff, he gets arrested, then he gets released later on because what he did, except for like the last one, weren't really like severe pranks. Like they weren't really severe like actions, not like he like physically harmed anybody, you know what I mean, except for the last one, of course. Yeah, so we notice a pattern where he gets arrested and then gets released right after, which I feel like kind of like boosts his head up to think that like he's untouchable, because for a while he really was untouchable because he didn't really do like hard time for the pranks that he did until now. So after the Miami incident, he kind of got canceled and went off the internet because that was like a huge thing. Because he severely, like, he really beat that woman really bad. Like, the pictures are really bad. But yeah, he got canceled and went off the internet. But he decided to make his comeback with Catch a Predator type videos. In 2022, Catch a Predator type videos, they kind of went viral with help of like Gideon and Caesar Gene. So he decided to hop on the trend. But let's just be honest, he never really cared about protecting kids. He just cared because these videos became really popular for him. He kind of like revived his career again with these types of Catch a Predator type of videos. He even got like rappers to be on his streams and videos. He got people like Akon, Sway Lee, The Game, and YG to name a few.
I just left for 5 minutes, bro. You were here with my little cousin, bro. Sit down, bro. Sit down. Don't make it bad. Sit down, bro.
Do you want to see a game go, if you can go hood on him? I want to see what you got inside.
Yeah, go hood ain't she'll tell you, go hood is not a...
It's not a saying?
It's not a thing.
Really?
I'm just hood.
Oh, shit. My bad.
Yeah, you don't...
So how do you say don't go...
You know, I like the Avengers need to like power up.
Yeah.
Like, we already powered up.
All right. Stay ready. So how do you say instead of going hood if somebody's already hood? What do you say?
I don't know.
Be hood. Be yourself. All right. Be yourself.
Yeah.
All right. My apologies. Apologies.
You know, since you in LA.
Yeah.
My hand.
Give me your hand.
Stay dangerous.
All right.
All right.
Thank you.
You gotta say it back though, homie.
West Side.
Stay dangerous.
Stay dangerous.
There you go.
Stay dangerous, my home.
No, don't take the out.
Okay.
Just
stay dangerous.
Stay dangerous.
Stay dangerous.
All right. Cool.
You guys ready?
Oh,
wait, y'all finna wait. This is crazy.
Yeah, we're gonna fucking humiliate him.
So y'all really he finna really think he's walking in on the 6-year-old.
Yeah, thinking they're gonna sleep together. We're gonna have a kid and camera. We're all gonna be out of here. They're gonna talk. They're gonna meet.
Oh my God.
And then we all walk in.
That's crazy.
And don't sit on that couch because you're gonna fly towards the ceiling. This is rigged with the airbag.
Who gonna fly to the ceiling?
Well, the predators.
So that's how popular he really was with his content. He kind of like revived himself among like the Twitch streaming, like among like the streaming universe, because not gonna lie, he is one of the OGs and he kind of like inspired what people do on like streams now, you know what I mean? Like that like hype beast type of, you know what I mean? Of course, somebody from the older times is gonna inspire the new generation. So kind of like the new generation were kind of like messing with him. People like, who's calling me? Hello?
Hello, Canada Post Service trying to reach you regarding...
Bro, I literally almost got scammed on video. But yeah, so he kind of like got cool with like the new wave of like streamers such as Neon, Aiden Ross, Kai Cenat, to name a few. So he was kind of like, he kind of put himself back on the map. So I feel like that kind of got in his head to where he just can't let go of the past. I noticed that with a lot of YouTubers who, they're really popular and like in their prime, like when they're younger, they just can't let go of that type of content that they once were making. So while doing more research on this video, I discovered this video series of this man who did a prank video with Vitaly, and after the video was posted, he allegedly got fired from his job as a teacher. Vitaly's lore is actually kind of insane. Like when you really think about it, like damn, you're really out here getting people fired from their jobs because of your prank videos?
So this story is how I lost my teaching job and pretty much my teaching career because of Vitaly, the prankster guy who calls himself a comedian, who's in a Filipino jail right now. So I worked in production. I worked at all different levels. I worked as talent, assistant, everything. And I was also a teacher. I was a video production teacher, graphic arts, PE, coach for a little while. I had been teaching for 16 years at this point. And I got a call that Vitaly was doing a video. I didn't know who it was. I didn't know. I just went. And they said, okay, you're a mattress salesman. And anybody that has worked in film understands how this works. You don't get a lot of background. You don't ask a lot of questions or else you're not going to get hired. And so I went to the gig. I walk in, it's a mattress store, and they say, you're a mattress salesman. Okay, cool. So I'm standing there for a little bit, and some people come in and out. I interact with them. And then all of a sudden, 2 girls come in, and they take off their tops, and push me onto the bed and say, what can we do for a free mattress? And then Vitaly runs in the store. What are you doing in my store? And so basically, I was in a video with nudity. I refused to sign any of the paperwork for them to use my likeness. And I thought nothing of it. I didn't think much of it, you know, because they said this isn't going to appear anywhere. I didn't sign anything. Well, a year later, I'm standing with my assistant principal, and a student walks up and has this video on his phone and shows me and the assistant principal. And my face probably went white like a ghost. I had no idea that this video existed. And it was a hidden camera prank show. And it was out there. It was right before Thanksgiving. And I just had to worry about it that whole week. And I get back to school, and a couple days later, the head principal comes in and says, Matt, you need to go talk to HR. So they put me on administrative leave, and then a few months later, my union president negotiated something where I could resign rather than getting fired, and anyway, all that stuff. But between that period of time and the video being seen by my assistant principal, I was asked to take that video down, and I had no power to do that. And I reached out to Vitaly and said, hey, my teaching career is on the line. Can you take down this video? And he refused to do it. So that was why they eventually forced me to resign and were going to fire me. Because that video just never got deleted. So I had to hire an attorney against Vitaly to get that stuff off the internet. I had to, after I lost my job, I then got a letter in the mail a couple months later saying that my teaching credential was being challenged. So I had to hire an attorney to defend my teaching credential, and I ended up winning it. But by then, I was kind of over teaching, and I went into real estate. Anyway, that's how Vitaly ruined my entire teaching career. And it's kind of karma that he's in a Filipino jail. He's a really bad person, and he's ruined a lot of people's lives. I know other stories that are like mine. I know a poor Canadian girl that was in a similar situation as mine, and she got deported because of the video, and he refused to take it down. There's a lot of stories like that. He's not a good dude. He beat up a woman in Miami. I don't know why people even continue to watch his stuff. He's a terrible person, and he kind of deserves where he's at. So anyway, I have a ton more details about all of this and what I went through in the whole process. It was insane. It was literally like years of stress and torture. But that's all that happened. If you have questions, hit me up. So in this video, I'm going to talk about the legal process and what happened after the video was found or released or whatever you want to call it. The video was all over. I hired an attorney to go after Vitaly. I also had to have an attorney for the educational aspect of things, which I didn't have yet. So with the educational aspect of things, I just, being the naive teacher that I was, and probably still am, I'm pretty naive, I'm pretty trusting, obviously, if you saw the video. And I just trusted my union rep, my union president, and he told me the best course of action would be to resign, because then I could go get another teaching job. Well, really unbeknownst to me, I already had my master's. I had 16 years of experience. I had tons of college classes post graduation. So I was super high on the pay scale. So nobody would really want to hire me. I didn't know that. If I would have known all that, I probably would have fought it and not just resigned thinking, oh, I can live another day and go get another teaching job. Well, okay, So that burned that bridge. The other bridge I had to cross was suing Vitaly. And everybody asked, why didn't you sue him? Well, my attorney said that not only would we not be in like a normal court, I guess there's some sort of like different court for entertainment. Not for entertainment, but for people in film and TV and stuff. And I didn't really understand that. He also said that it would probably cost about $500,000 to go after him, and we would probably win. And a lot of that money would go to him, the attorney, and we would probably not even see any of it because Vitaly is the type of guy that he is. Something else that a lot of people don't think about is that was right when he beat up a woman in Miami. So I was not really thrilled about going after somebody that was dangerous. In the meantime, I had deleted all my social media. I had deleted any information about me online. I tried to become a ghost because if I was going to go after Vitaly, I would have to make sure that me and my family was safe. So that was it. I was going to go after him, but then when I got the news that it was going to cost so much money, I don't have that kind of money. And especially to throw out there and maybe win. I mean, he said we'd win, but it's like, you know, do I really want to have a lawsuit that's going to go on for years and years and years? Or do I want to work on making my life better and getting up from these punches that were thrown at me, getting up off the mat and becoming better? The other aspect about it is if I did go after Vitaly, this would also be in the news and I couldn't continue my life as a teacher, and I really wanted to teach. Anyway, I did get another teaching job. I hated it. It was not the same as my other school, and I ended up leaving teaching for real estate for the long run altogether. I'm going to talk about some of the other aspects about the comments that I got from the first part. This is the second part, and I'm going to post the third part probably in a day or two. So stay tuned. If you guys want to help me, please just follow along. If you want to interact with me, I'm trying to answer everybody. I might do a live here. I'm just learning what that stuff is. So if my videos don't keep getting taken down, because I don't understand why they're getting taken down, but you can see in my video that I posted earlier, I reposted the first video. It had 2.5 million views. Thank you guys. I appreciate you guys doing that. I mean, it means so much to me. All of the students that have reached out to me saying that is probably the best thing that's happened in this whole situation. The students that are reaching out to me saying, you know, you changed my life and stuff, that's stuff that like is you know, I can't, there's no price on that. That's amazing. So thank you guys for all of your support. Please follow. I know it sounds so cheesy. I'm actually saying please follow. Following actually does help me because then people view the videos more. So I appreciate it, guys. And thanks for following. Peace out. Okay, this is part 3 of how I lost my teaching career because of a video that Vitaly made without my permission. If you didn't see the rest, I have part 1 and part 2. This part I'm going to talk about the teaching aspect and what that entailed. So I learned that the video existed right before Thanksgiving. I was put in administrative leave, and then at the end of January, right before the weekend, before a long weekend, the district hit me with a letter saying that I was going to be terminated, and my union rep called me. It was like a Friday. Everything was a rush, and they try to rush you in that situation. If you're a teacher going through that stuff, do not trust your union rep. Get an attorney immediately. Anyway, my union rep talked me into resigning, and I did, and which was, I don't know if it was a smart move or not. The whole theory on that was to fight another day and I could go and get another teaching job. I think COVID hit in like February, March, and then like a month or two later, I get a letter from the CTC, the California Teacher Credentialing folks. And it said basically that my teaching credentials that I had fought and worked so hard for years and years and years were being challenged, and I was about to lose them if I didn't defend this case. So this was all the way up in Sacramento. I had to get an attorney. That was more money out of my pocket that I had to just keep throwing out at attorneys. My attorney was awesome. There's actual like educational attorneys that focus on this kind of thing. It's kind of a niche little area of law that I didn't even know existed. It's not a normal court of law. There are there's three teachers, ex-teachers, that decide your fate. Luckily, my attorney was awesome, and she basically argued that I don't know the legal jargon, that none of this applied to me, and I ended up winning my case. Now, that sounds really simple, but this took months and months and months and a lot of money. So not only had I just gone through all that, I had to worry about everything, and it was literally years of stress. So by that point, obviously, suing Vitaly was not something that I really wanted to do. I didn't have the energy for it. I didn't have the money for it. Like I said in part 2, I had deleted all of my social media, my address, my phone numbers, anything, any contact online. I was actually afraid that if I sued him, that he was going to come after me in some capacity, because remember, he had just beat up that woman in Miami. And so, yeah, I decided to just make myself better, push myself at real estate, and here I am now. So this was a story of triumph. Don't be sad for me. I've overcome it all. And if you need any help in real estate, I'm here. So thank you guys for helping out. Please follow and like and all that stuff. And I'll try to do it live. Is it over on this side or is it on this side? I think I pointed to the wrong side in the other video. So anyway, thank you guys so much. Peace out. Okay, my video talking about why I lost my teaching career because of Vitaly got taken down from TikTok for, ironically enough, bullying and harassment. I think that's so ironic because I spent so much time and energy and money trying to get my video taken down that Vitaly didn't have of my likeness. I tried reaching out to Instagram. I tried reaching out to multiple websites that it was on, and nobody would take it down. And before Instagram would even investigate this stuff, they would have to talk with the other party and everything, unless there was an obscene, something obscene. And the part that Vitaly was showing on his Instagram of my face wasn't obscene, so he could, there was nothing that I could do. And I couldn't even get him to remove my face off of his Instagram. It wasn't even the full video. So I think that's really ironic. Maybe I need to go over to Instagram. Anyway, my handle at Instagram is Matty Shea, MattyShea. So follow me over there. I'm going to repost the video, and I'm also going to talk about the legal process, not only with education, but against Vitaly in this whole thing. And I'm also going to talk about some of the questions that you guys asked in the comments from the first video.
And this is where he effed up. So in 2025, Vitaly decided to go to the Philippines, and he did some like charity work there, but that still doesn't justify what he later on did, which was basically harass the locals. Another big reason why a lot of people do not feel bad for Vitaly is the night before he got arrested, he was actually warned. A guy who was also living in the Philippines came up to him during one of his streams and warned him like, hey, like what you're doing is not good, it's not right, you're out here harassing people for no reason. And of course Vitaly didn't really listen to him, so that's why a lot of people do not feel bad for him, because he was warned at the end of the day.
There's Facebook videos.
No, it's not videos, it was off of your screen, brother.
Yeah, but you watched the whole VOD.
I'm gonna shake your hand right here. I'm gonna tell you right now.
What?
I'm not here to talk shit. Here,
Bro, do you think I give a f***? Well, you should talking shit. No, I don't give. I'm the coolest guy. I don't care.
No.
This is amazing, actually. You're giving me content right now.
It's good, right?
Yeah.
Hi, everybody. The thing for me is like, so
it's frustrating. It's frustrating that they're so good. That's your answer.
When you show up here in the Philippines, and you genuinely start like what happens behind the scenes, when you're interacting with people here and you're messing around with them, I know it's a joke to you, but for the people here, they work hard, bro.
And guess what? And I tip them. What do you do? Exactly. Why are you
asking you why even make that content? Genuinely.
Because
like I'm speaking up for a large majority of people.
Shut the fuck up, because I do whatever the fuck I want. What are you gonna follow me?
I'm not gonna follow you.
Yo, I swear to God, bro.
A real conversation.
And I don't want to have a conversation. I don't want to have a conversation with you, bro.
That's fair. You don't want to have a conversation with reality. You want to
have a conversation with reality? What have you done in your life that's positive, bro? What have you done?
A lot.
Wait, show me proof.
He had a series on YouTube called Disturbing the Peace in like 2010, 2011. So for some reason, he was in a different country and decided to bring this back in a different country. And this video was so like triggering to watch because it's like, so I'm just gonna give like a little reaction. It's like even the policeman is even like giving her a reaction, so it's like, let it go, bro. Like this whole video is just so like embarrassing. Like I'm not even laughing because I'm just laughing because like, what am I watching, bro? Like it's like I never really liked his content back then. Don't get me, like, it's not like I'm switching up. I never liked prank content. Like I never liked any of those, so don't try to clock me on that. Like it's just so funny because it's like, what am I watching? Like this is like, he's like 30 years old, right? Let the past be the past and just move on. Like he could have literally just kept up with his Catch a Predator videos. But apparently he stopped that. I don't know what happened, and this is why they don't like America. This is why people don't like Americans, bro. Because people like this give us a bad name. He was just in a lot of stuff, like just like being a nuisance. Like so yeah, he got arrested for that in the Philippines, and he's currently awaiting trial. It's so crazy to me because it's like, why do you guys do this in the country you're not from? Like I don't understand, because apparently he has to wait like 2 years before his case even goes to court. 2 years in a jail of a country you're not even from. And apparently like Filipino prisons are really like they're really like worse than like US prison. Hey guys, so my camera really just died on me mid filming, so I have to record on my phone. Sorry for the quality change. But yeah, basically he's now awaiting trial in a Filipino prison, which I've heard Filipino prisons are very hell on earth. You don't want to be there, especially as an American. Like you know nothing about there. So the trial of course is still waiting because he recently got arrested in 2025. And apparently his trial is gonna be in like 2027. So he's gonna be locked away for a very long time. And from pictures he's really like slimmed down, you know what I mean? There's no steroids in there. So yeah, he's doing it really bad. Yeah, I just want to like touch on like the edgy era of YouTube, how it kind of influenced this. I feel like the edgy era of YouTube, it kind of influenced people being douchebags. A lot of YouTubers were getting away with being douchebags, and also Kick and Rumble kind of like being like the bad kids club. It kind of opened up that same edgy era instead of streaming this time, where a lot of people are just doing menaceful things to get views and keep their audience entertained. And we are now seeing the consequences of that. Pranks have been around for a long time, and we're now seeing real life consequences happen, which I'm surprised pranks have gone this far without having any real like hard time. You're gonna face hard time, because usually, especially in the US, which is where a lot of these pranks take place, you get like a fine, pretty much like a slap on the wrist. So hopefully a lot of streamers see this and you know they take caution, but you never know, because kind of what happens is kind of like the opposite, where a lot of streamers, they want to outdo what you know people like Vitaly and Johnny Smiley did, because they know it's gonna go viral, it's gonna be on the news. So that also could happen, but till then we will see. So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe if you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in my next video.